Ernie Johnson joined by Shaquille O'Neal. Kenny the Jet Smith, thanks for tuning in. You're watching the NBA on 2K Sports. Tonight, it'll be the Cleveland Cavaliers going up against the Golden State Warriors. And for Golden State, they're looking to come out strong and make their mark early. They have to look at this game as a great opportunity to do just that. And Klay Thompson, the son of former first overall pick Michael Thompson, when he gets hot, he can take over games.
And you know what? This guy, didn't he have 37 in one quarter last year? How incredible is that to get 37 in a quarter?
That's his first personal foul. At the line for your Cavaliers, Charles. At the line for two.
At the rim with a jam.
And that is a major league flush right there, my friends.
And in a tight contest like this, Greg, that might be just what they need to get the tide rolling in their direction.
You're exactly right. So often when the team gets that kind of explosive play out of its backcourt, that can really rally and galvanize the whole squad.
And so here is Golden State following the score by Cleveland. And he gets it to go. Barnes has got his second bucket.
And that putback about as easy a bucket as you're going to get.
Exactly what happens when you don't box out, Greg.
So it's the Cavaliers now. At the top of the key, Shumpert. Out to the right wing. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Love. Hits some rim on the way in, and the bucket's good.
That's a nice job of getting the ball in the paint and burying the shot. That's exactly how it's done.
And really, the Warriors had an amazing regular season last year. Just from a historical standpoint, it was one of the best ever.
First quarter of ball, almost 2.5 minutes in. goes, jamming that one home.
Tell you what, he's not an easy guy to stop when he's got his sight on the rim.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher.
Did he just go chop chop there with that one-hand tomahawk slam?
Barnes grabs the miss. Golden State's gone just 1 of 4 from three-point range here in the first. Here's Money. Again, Golden State.
I tell you what, guys, it's going to be a tough day on this defense if he's got the A game rolling tonight.
Out to the right wing. Here's Charles. Uses the glass to finish the layup. B's got 6 points.
4 or 5 shots have dropped for them already. Not a bad way to get things started.
A shot by Thompson, and no one's around. Oh, and that one had the right spin on it, and it is good.
Just reliable, guys. He's just always trying to make the right play.
Here's Charles. The shot is good, and so is his shooting tonight. 3 for 4. The Warriors leading. Money passes to Green, and he banks in the layup.
Those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten in the first half here.
And I think they should continue to work the ball down low, Clark. It's really going to free up their outside shooting.
And the Cavaliers with possession here. Picked by Mozgov. Here's Charles. The shot no good. Nice D from Bogut. And it's the Warriors on the break. Good. 6 points for Barnes.
Boy, they are passing the ball very crisply right now.
They really are, and their last 3 buckets have come by way of an assist.
Picked by Jumper. Over to the wing. Out of bounds. Golden State takes possession.
No clue where that pass was going. That is a brutal turnover.
Warriors leading by 5.
And guys, nice to see Bogut out there given all the injuries that he's had to overcome in his career. Just glad to see him at full strength.
How in the world did they let him get that wide open?
Charles. He's covered by Thompson. Here's Charles. The Cavaliers again can't hit. You know, Bogut, as I recall, Clark was so distraught by those injuries that at one point he thought he might retire.
Yeah, he gave some serious thought to packing it in after the 2013 season, Kevin. Luckily for his team, though, he worked through it and is as strong as ever at the defensive end.
The Cavaliers trail by 10. Picked by Mozgov to stop the run, and he gets it to go. 11 points for B.
The points just keep coming for him this quarter, and just at the right time, too, as they try to narrow the deficit.
And the Warriors decide to take their first time out here.
And guys, the first year for David Ladd, he was second-guessed at every turn. And that happens when you are picked to make the finals, but also when you coach LeBron James.
Here's Green. From the inbound. Open shot. Thompson breaks a big height bounce and goes in. Thompson's got 7 points. And for Black, Greg, everyone did wonder if he would be the right fit early. As the season wore on and the Cavs got tougher, those questions, Clark, went away.
Yeah, and I think most people forget that he's an iconic coaching legend overseas.
Good point, yeah.
So coaching is coaching. Sure, it's not the NBA, but this guy brought a pedigree and resume that was quite substantial.
And so it's Cleveland with it. Harrison Barnes missing on the 3. Rebounded by Bogut.
Major defensive lapse right there. I mean, he's not a player you can leave open for a jump shot. You got to stay attached to him. They're lucky he couldn't punish them for it. His switch has definitely been flipped to on this quarter, guys.
Here's LeBron. He's been patient so far. Nothing yet on the scoreboard. And that is good.
And he's really shot the ball well, but it hasn't been contagious.
Warriors leading by 10. It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Money passes to Thompson. Screen by Bogut. Passes it to Money. And James pulls it down.
Most of the time, that shot will go down. Boy, the defenders have to make sure they tag him.
Here's Charles. Misses off the left iron.
The defense needs to play tight on him, and that's exactly what they did to force that miss. Well done.
Domination in the first quarter. It's been pretty lopsided. Warriors ahead, up 10. Let's take a quick break now, and then it's on to the second quarter after this. And of course, as we've always seen with LeBron James, it's not just about the numbers, but his tremendous, tremendous leadership.
I put all the pressure on me to.
Well, that there is straight talk from a man who does not pretend. LeBron James with a textbook example. How to take responsibility and lead.
And Kevin, that's why he is the king. He doesn't say, hey, I'm just one of the 5 guys. No, he knows who he is and what he has to do. Bottom line, he's the man. Climb on my shoulders, and I'm going to take you to the promised land.
Welcome back, folks. We'll see if we're in store for a more tightly contested quarter as we move here into the second. And guys, what do you think about the offensive approach so far that we've seen for the Warriors?
It looks like they're ready to run, fellas. I mean, they haven't hesitated at all to get out on the break so far.
And also, they're jumping on a lot of turnovers, making sure they turn them into points at the other end.
So on the floor for Golden State to begin this second quarter. Iguodala and Green are set at the forward spots. Money out there with Klay Thompson. And it's Spates in at the pivot, manning the...
And an open path to the hoop there. Easy bucket. We've seen that far too many times today.
You know, the Cavs last season won a bunch of games, but they had to fight for a lot of them. They often would fall behind early or dig a big hole and have to fight their way out of it.
And you can tell he's hungry because that's how you eat away at a lead right there. Make some highlight reel plays and shake that defense up.
Well, Greg, you're right. Not all 2 points are the same. Not when they come on a stuff like that one.
Well, I like the craftiness in his... I mean, he can distribute or he can attack the basket, just like we saw right there. Boy, I tell you, the Warriors did something that no other team had ever done before. They ended the regular season ranked first in field goal percentage and field goal percentage defense. Essentially, they were the best offensive and defensive team in the league. Remarkable.
And it's the Cavaliers with the ball. A 12-point game. Mozgov with the bucket.
I'm not sure who was supposed to be on him that possession. I mean, apparently neither did the defenders.
Second quarter of play with around 2 minutes gone so far. Here's Thompson. The shot, no good. And Cleveland will come the other way. Last season for the Warriors really dominated from beginning to end to lead the league in, Greg, both offensive and defensive efficiency.
And, Kevin, a lot of people knew the Warriors were good at offense. I mean, but they've been equally as good defensively over the past few seasons. Kind of flying under the radar for whatever reason. Not the case going forward.
The Warriors shooting their first free throws of this game.
And their numbers from the line last season, they're good, just not great. About 77% as a team.
And, you know, that just added to their confidence at the offensive end. I mean, knowing that free throw shooting was something they didn't have to worry about gave them a lot of confidence to play freely.
Catching up on the changes for Cleveland. Anderson Varejau's checked in for Mozgov. Smith comes in for James. And Kyrie Irving subbed in for Iman Shumpert. Leandro Barbosa, he's checked in for the Warriors. Now, here is Irving. The screen from Thompson. 6 on the shot clock. No good from outside.
Boy, from my angle, it looked like it was in the bottom of the net. Looked good from here.
Yeah, I'm about as shocked as you are, Clark.
Good D by Thompson.
Terrific job that time defending at the rim. I mean, it's not an easy task stopping that fella when he's headed to the bucket like that. Good job.
Now, here is Irving. 6 to shoot. Lets it go from deep. And the rebound goes to the Warriors.
There's some good defense for you. I mean, for somebody who's as good at shooting the three as he is, you need a defender who's equally adept at guarding against it. That was well done.
I like that. They obviously put the right guy on him.
Here's Irving. The Warriors making the shot.
And Draymond Green, guys, has won at every level. I mean, led Saginaw High School to 2 consecutive state championships at Michigan State, 2 trips to the Final Four, and now making noise with the Warriors. It's clear this guy's a winner.
And here's a little-known fact, Clark. Only 3 players have recorded at least 2 triple-doubles in the NCAA tournament. They are Oscar Robertson, Draymond Green.
That's some elite company for Draymond Green. He's a hard worker, a guy you love. If he's on your team, he can be an irritant if he's not with you, but continues to improve and prove his doubters wrong.
Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
Blatant contact, straightforward call, simple.
Andrew Bogut checked in for the Warriors. And Barbosa drops them both.
As we've gotten closer to halftime, their style has become more and more physical.
Boy, it certainly appears to be the case, Greg. I mean, they've spent a lot of time at the foul line this quarter, and that's the result of attacking the rim and being physical.
That one goes. Count.
The mid-range jumper is a high percentage shot for him, and when he's got that much room, forget about it.
No good. Smith with the defensive effort.
This shot's it's not there right now with his team leading. Perhaps, let's focus on some other areas of the game. Easy to see who's going to win that race.
Yeah, early offense is often easy offense. Excellent work that time.
Barbosa. It's rebounded by Cleveland.
Oh, you've got to be able to deliver when you get a bunny like that. That's just too easy of a shot to miss.
17-foot shot on the way.
Not the best shot right there with a good defender draped all over you.
I agree with you. I mean, not the shot they were hoping for, but he can really cause problems with his defense.
And again, no good by Golden State.
He hit a 3 in the first, but so far has been unable to capitalize here in this quarter.
Great quarter for him at the offensive end, trying to will his team back in the game. And it's strange to think that early last year, all the talk in the media was about the in-house fighting on the Cavs. Goes to show just how much better things are for a team when they're winning.
The Cavaliers trail by 12. Pick by Varejao. Irving passes to Charles. Baseline jumper. Rebounded by Bogut. Bogut's got his 3rd rebound tonight. Here's Iguodala. Finished off the break. Iguodala's got 4 points in the quarter.
Timely passing leads to assists, and that's been the recipe for success.
Everybody on the same page, completely in sync. Tremendous communication and awareness.
And so it's Cleveland with it. Here's Money. He's covered by Irving. Money. Thompson with the rebound.
Not really his best quarter as far as scoring. Let's see if he can eventually get back on track. Oh, tough D on the inside.
It sure was, Greg. No easy access to the basket when that fella's in the middle.
No problems knocking that one down. And that's now 11 points for Money.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today, ending with a basket coming off a pretty pass?
Well, when you look at the assist totals, heck, they've been clearly the better team.
Back to Irving. It's stolen by Bogut. And through the first half, a pretty lopsided affair. Warriors ahead. as they end the second quarter on a 14-6 run. And now we'll send it down to Doris Burke, who's standing by courtside.
Thank you, Kevin. Andre, what has been the underlying principle of how you and the team have taken the floor tonight?
Communication. Communication doesn't show up on the stat sheet, but in order for us to be a good team, everyone has to be on the same page, and we're doing it tonight.
Andre, thank you. Kevin, one of those intangibles you always look to.
Thank you, Doris. And folks, don't go away after the break. We'll see you right back here for the start of the second half in the third quarter.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome, everyone. We'll be taking a look back at what was clearly a one-sided first half of action. Ernie Johnson here with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. So it's Golden State who's out on top at the half. They're leading by 16. Starting with Kenny, your take.
Well, their field goal percentage is a number that jumps off the page. May I say it's Shaq-like?
That's a good one.
Seriously, they're incredibly efficient shooting the basketball, and I don't think they settle for any bad shots. And you're never going to go wrong with that strategy.
Looking at Cleveland, Shaq, your thoughts.
On defense, they've been all over the place, especially when it comes time to protecting the rim. They struggle in a lot of areas, but they got to toughen up inside. It's a tough matchup for them right now.
And now, folks, it's just about time for the third quarter to begin. We will see you after the final buzzer.
Well, it's been a one-sided affair so far through the first two quarters, but there's plenty of time to mount a comeback.
What a game we've seen here for B. He has 23 points, and from long range, he's hit 1 3-pointer.
And when it's all said and done, I got a sneaky suspicion he's going to have a few more.
Filling out the wings, it's Shumpert and LeBron. Down low, it's Love and Mozgov. And it's Charles in at the point guard. That's the group starting the second half for David Blatt.
Boy, guys, they've shown some great passing on their last few trips down the floor. Excellent.
4 straight passes leading to scores. Great team play.
And it's off from 3. Point range. Thompson in the corner. Pass to Money. And the wide open shot from Green. And he's good on the 3-ball. Green's got 13 points.
And they seem to have gotten something out of almost every possession. Their defense has been just as good, just a tremendous performance all the way around.
Yeah, and they're doing it in hostile territory, too. I mean, don't forget about that part of it, which makes it even more impressive.
Just 4 to shoot. The Cavaliers again can't hit.
And they start the second half with 3 straight misses.
Well, from the moment he stepped into the league, Klay Thompson was lights out in terms of shooting. Clark, he has never had a problem knocking one down.
Well, the first player in league history to notch 500 made threes in his first 3 seasons in the league. That is remarkable.
And for Thompson, his 3-pointer was his calling card early on, but I love the way he's expanded his game every season. And broadened his offensive game as well.
Over a minute and a half into the third quarter of action. Money passes to Barnes. Barnes sets a screen for Thompson. Here's Money. Mozgov with the block.
Even with that miss, they're shooting 75% coming out of the break. That's a strong start to the half.
It really does make the game easy for your teammates when you can lead them to the rim that well with a pass.
Warriors leading by 18.
You know, and speaking of Thompson expanding his game, he's also come out of his shell a little bit. Very quiet early on, but he has gotten more and more comfortable in the league and becoming more outspoken.
So many great statistics are available to demonstrate just how dominant the Warriors were last season. My favorite is, GA, their point differential.
You know, to be able to beat your opponent by double digits on average is something only 8 teams have been able to do in the history of the league.
It's amazing. And the Warriors making a change here. Spates is checked in. The Cavaliers trail by 21, and it's out of bounds. The Cavaliers able to retain possession here.
Risky pass there. They're lucky to retain possession this time.
Poke loose. And here they come. Here's Money. Throws down off the coast-to-coast drive.
I think that play sort of sums up what we've seen throughout. Just simply being outplayed both sides of the ball. Smart basketball defensively turning into quick points.
And that can't continue. I mean, if they hope to get back in this game, I mean, it's really deflating from a more... morale standpoint. They need stops and points, not turnovers.
And guys, the Warriors ended the year at just over a 10-point differential per game. I mean, still that number is staggering when you think of what it takes to achieve that mark over the course of a season. Typically, championship teams are somewhere in the +6 to +8 range. 10 is off the charts.
Takes the 13-footer. Again, Golden State.
And he could be the guy to put this game out of reach.
For Cleveland, they've gone 3 of 7 on field goal attempts here in the second half. Van showing some terrific range. And that's 31 points for B.
And you know what? That Warriors point differential was helped out a lot.
That's how he makes his presence felt.
And we see him do it time and again. He is a special talent.
Sure
Hey,
is.
guys, as important as it is to go out and compete, let's not forget the entertainment element of this game. What an unreal finisher.
That Kia Slam Cam replay really gave you a good look at the action. Money passes to Spates. Now Barnes. 13 points in the game. To the paint, Thompson. And you can count it. He'll go to the line with a chance to make it 3.
What a big-time mismatch it's been in the post. Where's the defensive adjustment? They're getting housed down there.
Yeah, something's got to change. A double team, maybe a substitution, but this is getting out of hand.
And the Cavaliers making a change here. Irving's checked in. The Warriors also with a sub. Azili's checked in. Irving passes to Charles. Fires the 3. Another 3 for Cleveland.
And really scored most of their points, but he can't score them all, guys. He's going to have to get somebody else to step up.
Pass to Thompson. On the wing, Thompson. And it falls over the rim and in. Thompson's got 5 points now this quarter.
He's been one of their more reliable options today, guys. I mean, his shooting has led them to this lead.
And on the way from Irving for 3. And there's a whistle. That's going to go on Timothy Mozgov. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far. The Cavaliers making a switch here. Thompson's checked in. And guys, for everything we've said about Kyrie Irving over the years, now let's talk about maybe another area, and that is his willingness to give up the ball. LeBron came to town at the beginning of last season. Kyrie didn't even flinch at the prospect of being 1B to 1A. To me, that was a very selfless way of giving the mantle of that team over to LeBron.
I agree with you, and there was some question as to whether Kyrie would be able to do that at this point in his career, but ultimately that's what champions do. Kobe did it for Shaq. Robinson did it for Tim Duncan. And that's really what great players do.
That is good.
That's a dozen straight points coming off the triple.
Yeah, Greg, you know, they're having free reign from beyond the arc. The defense is just not there.
Here's Azili. Here's Money. And count the basket. He was fouled, and he's going to the line for one more.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
And really a reflection of their superior effort level to this point. It seems to me they've gone after this win a little bit more.
Mo Williams is checked in for B. The Warriors also with a sub. Andre Iguodala is checked in for Maurice Spates. And a look at how the hustle game has been going for the Warriors.
Well, it's been an outstanding game for them in the open court. Their fast break points really stand out.
Yeah, and the other thing they've done since the beginning of this game is score points off turnovers and in bunches.
Shumpert is checked in for He comes in for Kyrie Irving.
And one thing about Tristan Thompson, he is an absolute terror on the offensive glass. Was top 5 in that category last year, despite playing less than 27 minutes a game. Does a terrific job with anticipation of the carom and uses his gigantic wingspan to just go up and reel it in. Terrific motor and nose for the glass.
Defender there in the neighborhood, but not quite close enough. Good shot.
0-1 near Iguodala as he lets it go. Ezeli can't get it to go.
Oh, that's terrific defense there. That's how you protect the rim.
The shot is off. Warriors leading by 20. Money passes to Barnes. Poked loose. And here we go. Thompson heading to the hoop. He lobs up the alley-oop pass. Up high to stuff the alley-oop.
What a beautiful pass to set that one up.
The pass might have been pretty, but the finish, I thought, Clark, angry.
That's a heck of a combination. Pretty pass and an angry punch.
And that's what makes the alley-oop such a terrific play.
And thanks again for joining us. Let's see what happens here in the fourth. Golden State's gone past the three-point line for 13 of their shots. They're 6 of 13 on the court for Golden State here in the fourth. Barnes and Green are the forward set. Iguodala out there with Money, and it's Bogut in at the center. The Cavaliers trail by 20. Right wing. Here's Charles, and there's another one for the Cavaliers.
He is just self-willing, his team right now, doing everything he can to keep them alive.
A look from Green. Here's Barnes, connects on the 9-footer. And the Warriors lead by 20. The Cavaliers shooting has been terrific, 54% on the game. Got that one up quick. 53 points for B.
The D has gotten a little lax defending the three-point shot at that end.
3 of the last 5 baskets they've allowed have come from beyond.
Barnes with it. Here's Iguodala. Again, Golden State. And here is Shumpert from deep. And another 3 for Cleveland.
Their three-point percentage has taken a big leap here in this second half.
And their lasers are starting to do their thing. I mean, that's going to be the ticket for them the rest of the way.
Barnes, beautiful dish, and the layup goes down. Barnes has got 19 points.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Yeah, you can't say that with enough emphasis. I mean, the defenders are just not being aggressive enough down low. You got to play with some physicality in the paint.
And one problem with the Cavs last season was they put immediate pressure on themselves. A part of that was the trade for Kevin Love.
Let's catch up with Doris from the sideline.
Thanks, guys. I got a chance to hear what Steve Kerr was saying to the team. He wants to make sure they stay assertive and aggressive on the offensive end, saying, I don't want to sit on this lead. Let's build on it and not give them a chance of coming back. Guys?
As you said, the Cavs put a lot of pressure on themselves because of the trade. You could see it affect the way they came out of the gate, Clark.
And, you know, it was just night and day, Kevin, when the Cavs began to relax and click. I mean, a total transformation and turnaround. They would go 19-20 in the first 39 games, and then 34-9 over the rest of the season. Once those guys gelled and got locked in.
Just too dangerous of a shooter to leave alone from beyond the arc.
The Cavaliers trail by 16. Shoots. And he overshot that one, missing.
And that's the shot he has to take.
Exactly. That's the right look. The decision was good. He just didn't execute.
That's good. And that's now 27 points for Money.
We're seeing him bring that shooting percentage up now, guys. The first half was a struggle for him.
But they recover it. Shot is off. Great D that time from Iguodala.
You know, so many games are decided by which team wins the rebound battle, and that's held true in this one so far.
And Clark, their effort on the glass has given them the advantage, but it's also been the effort in general that's made a difference. Add another triple to their second half total.
They came out of the break just not letting up at all.
Feeds it to Bogut. Mozgov with the steal. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Mozgov.
Boy, did they ever make a mess out of that one. Terrible turnover.
Irving's checked in for the Cavaliers. Warriors leading by 15. Green, the screen. Nobody near Barnes. Offline with his three.
One made three for him for the game. Does he focus closer in? Let's see.
Iguodala, that's a two-pointer. No good off the front iron.
But that would have been lucky had it fallen. Poor shot selection.
Yeah, look at the coach's face and the expression. It says all over it. Are you kidding me?
The feed to Bogut. Iguodala kicks to Barnes. And the Warriors miss again. Cavaliers have gone 7 of 9 from the field down the stretch here in the fourth quarter. Terrific shooting.
He is just really almost playing for the other team. The shooting has just been poor.
From deep, Iguodala. Again, Iguodala missing. The Cavaliers trail by 12. Irving for three, and that one's good. Irving's got 6 in the quarter.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
And, Greg, it's hard for me to watch this. I mean, the defense practically giving them those shots.
The three, it's deflected. And that'll be Cleveland as it goes out of bounds. Cavaliers retain possession. He's checked in for Kyrie Irving. And the Warriors also making a change. Thompson, he's checked in for Barnes. Here's Charles, trains the three-pointer.
Wow, look at the damage this young man is doing from deep. And there's another one.
And it's a big one. What a performance from long range. Remarkable.
Thompson misses. Clark, they've got a nice little run going here.
They sure do. I mean, they're making it look easy offensively.
Warriors leading by 6. Iguodala outside. Jacks up a three. Thompson misses. Well, Cleveland shooting has just been outstanding tonight. 56% as a team in this game.
It would have been something to see if he could hit that shot from that deep.
Greg, you know it. I know it. There aren't very many guys that can hit from out there. But he is one of them. That's the kind of range he has.
Pulls up. Offensive rebound. There's the pass to Charles. From deep. But they'll get another chance. There's the double team with Bogut. And that one's good. 69 points for B.
And you know, he's really been one of the few bright spots for them, trying to will this team to victory.
Timeout called the Warriors. They're up by 4. 1:03 left to play in the final quarter. And the Warriors making a change here. Barnes is checked in. And the Warriors with possession here. The biggest lead of the game was 24 points.
You love for any trip down the floor to end with a shot like that.
Here's Charles. Connects. What a beautiful shot to bring him to within 3.
And when he gets it going, this is what can happen. They need to think about the double team now.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on B. That's foul number 2 for him. .51 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Barnes dishes to Green. Out to Thompson. The tray. Again, the miss by Thompson.
A clear look at the hoop. He doesn't miss many of those.
To tie it up. Buries it. A tremendous three to tie it up.
They don't get any bigger than that basket.
They needed it, Greg, and he gave it to him.
Timeout called the Warriors. Bogut the pass to Money. Wants to get it to Barnes and does. Yes!
Boy, I tell you what, he's having one of those days where if he takes it, he makes it.
And so here's Cleveland.
Still a chance here, but they need to score.
I really agree, but it has to happen on every possession. They need points every trip.
Green kicks to Thompson. So the first one drops, and that makes it a 3-point lead. And he hits both free throws here. So now it's a 4-point ball game.
That ought to do it. I think any chance for a miracle comeback just went out the window with those freebies.
Timeout called the Cavaliers. They're down by 4. We've got 13 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Guys, what do you think?
Yeah, time a huge factor right now. They've got to get points and then the fouls.
Yeah, it has to be quick because every tick is critical.
They foul intentionally. That's what they have to do at this point.
Had to foul, and on that occasion to stop the clock. That's the enemy in this situation.
And you know what, Greg? Who knows? A few misses at the stripe, and they're right there within range. You know, late-game free throws are a lot different than early-game free throws in terms of making them.
Now a timeout called by Golden State. They're behind by 1. Just 2 seconds left in the fourth. That will count. Oh, the all-or-nothing shot. No good. So it's a narrow win for the Cavaliers pulling it out. That was a fun night of basketball and fabulous finish as Clark, they continued to wait out until the very last moment to seal.
Yep, and it might not be the way a coach would have drawn it up or wanted it to end, but these fans loved it.
And now let's catch up with Doris Burke, who's standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Yes, I'm here with Kevin Love, and Kevin, a very big effort to come away with this game. What does it mean to the resiliency of this team to pull out a win like this?
We're just giving ourselves a chance to win. So,
the 2K Sports post-game show.
Hello again, everybody. Ernie Johnson joined by Shaq and Kenny the Jet. Now let's take this opportunity to check out our Jordan Player of the Game. An absolutely astounding and historic night for him here in this game. He was simply unstoppable in what can only be described as a masterful performance.
He was completely on a different level tonight, and his insane point total tells us that. Trust me, it's not easy to get that many points in this league, but he had their number tonight, and the coach did a great job of continuing running plays for him.
I don't know if there's a fan base that loves their star more than this crowd. Wow, I'm getting jealous, and he feeds off that support. Once they got behind him, he became unstoppable, man.
And that's it for our broadcast here tonight. But we're just getting started on a new season in the NBA. For Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith, Kevin Harlan, and the entire 2K Sports crew, I'm Ernie Johnson. We'll see you again soon.